So how much are you actually going to have to pay to do a big special concert or sporting event in Las Vegas going into 2023 and beyond? In this brave new world of post-COVID, where they don't even need vaccines to go into Allegiant Stadium, why is it that we are inching ever so close to five figures to go to some of these acts? We're going to tell you those prices in just a moment. Why is this even happening? And how can we actually save some money when we're trying to book big ticket type events, big special events that we want to go to? Well, in the case of your favorite entertainer, be it a stand-up comedian or maybe a concert or something like that, you have some options. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Las Vegas Raiders, you're completely screwed, which we'll explain why in this video too. How's it going, guys? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you guys love this video. Tell me in the comments below, what is the most expensive you would pay for a concert given your current situation? I'm not talking about that situation where you win the lottery and you can spend absurd amounts of money on things, but based on what you have right now. I think right now I would pay $200 to go and see the Foo Fighters, but only if I got good seats. Because as we'll show you in just a moment, the high end and the low end for these tickets includes the worst seats in a house in a big, huge indoor stadium called Allegiant Stadium, where it is 65,000 seats. And are you willing to pay $400 for that? So leave me that comment below and let me know. So recently, Taylor Swift decided that, haters going to hate, but she's going to go and she's going to play a show at Allegiant Stadium. They had one show that sold out within a matter of minutes. It actually broke Ticketmaster. It broke Ticketmaster to the point where Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who, if you don't know who she is, she's a member of the Democratic Party and she is a congresswoman, I guess. I don't know. She decided to go on Twitter and say that we need to break up Ticketmaster because the site didn't work and people are mad and they're hating on Ticketmaster, but haters gonna hate, right? It got that big, this Taylor Swift event. And it was the ticket sales that basically overloaded Ticketmaster. And then shortly thereafter that, as casino.org reported, Taylor Swift tickets are $95,000 on the open market. Okay, first of all, that's not true. They were $95,000 on a specific website. But if you head on over to StubHub, the high end for Taylor Swift tickets is still kind of absurd, $6,700. Oh, hey, everybody, it's me from the future. Now, what me from the past didn't account for when me from the past made this video was that ticket prices can change quickly in Las Vegas. And unfortunately, it's gotten even more expensive. Now, tickets are over $10,000 for this show and the best seats in the house. So that's a good lesson for me from the past to remember to tell me from the future, is that when you're doing research for a video, don't base it on something that happened 2 days ago. So me from the past, I'm disappointed in you, but I'm looking to you to stick the landing on this video, because all these folks watching right now, they have to subscribe to this video and like what you're doing. All right, me from the past, you're back on in 3, 2, 1, and go. Dollars when I looked into this a few days ago, with the low end being $365. That's very expensive. And keeping in mind, again, the seating chart for Allegiant is very big. It's 65,000 people. You could be sitting so high up that you could be touching the roof for $380. Unbelievable, right? And so I thought to myself, well, this has to be a one-off anomaly. I would love to go see that Las Vegas Raiders San Francisco 49ers game. I love me some 49ers from back in the day and still do. I was surprised. The tickets for that game are $385 to about $7,000. So what really gives, right? And how can we save some money on this? And we'll get to that in just a second. And why is this even happening? And why is the Raiders fans completely boned? Well, what gives is simple enough. I mean, this is the open market and this is how capitalism works. If people value the ticket at $6,700 and somebody lists it for $10,000 because they want to flip the ticket, they list it for $10,000, it doesn't sell. They list it for 9, for 8, for 7, for 65. Ooh, we get some hits. Everybody follows suit. That's the high-end ticket that the market has decided will sell for. On the low end, it's the exact same thing. And it seems to be that the market agrees that those are the values that we should put on things, because if Taylor Swift costs this much and 2 former Bay Area teams, 1 current Bay Area plays the Las Vegas Raiders, I guess that's what people will pay for that particular event too. Who knows? Maybe if Paul McCartney ever performed at Allegiant Stadium, which he says he won't, by the way, because he hates Las Vegas, maybe those tickets will cost $10,000, $12,000. But it's all about the open market. Okay, so that's fine. But how did we get here and how can we save money? That's a good question too. Well, we got here based on what I said in a video that I did right here on this channel on September 19th. If you haven't seen that video, it's probably because you're not subscribed. So what is wrong with you? Arnold would say, come on, do it now. Subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny. On September 19th, I explained, and all my subscribers would have seen this, that Vegas has become a resort destination type of city. It's a destination town. People will spend a bunch of money, come here every few years to see a big event, be it their football team play the Raiders, their hockey team play the Knights, the F1 event coming up, which we'll totally do a video on. Please subscribe. Wait for that video. It's coming up. I got to do something special for that one. People will come every few years instead of coming once a year or several times a year. Vegas gets paid. I was talking to one of my friends who's a super high up in the casinos, and we both agreed Vegas is going to get their money. You can cry about it. It's the same reason why if I complain that the iPhone costs $1,000 and I can get an Android phone for $500, Apple ain't going to lower the price. They're going to get theirs. All right, so how can you go ahead and save some kind of money? Well, when it comes to the Raiders, again, we'll explain in a second why that's never going to happen. But when it comes to concerts, you do have some options. And also, Golden Knights fans, there are some options for you too. I somehow got on a list for the Vegas Golden Knights where they text me last-minute offers for tickets. While StubHub might be selling the same tickets for, $150, they're offering the same ticket to me on my text SMS for $75 because the teams want you to snap it up and they can sell other stuff to you. So they love to give you these things, these little offers. Now, when it came to Taylor Swift, the people that actually got the tickets off Ticketmaster were part of the Taylor Swift fun club. I don't know, fan club, Nintendo fun club. Does Taylor Swift have a fun club? Anyways, that means that they got a pre-sale code. And some people actually shared me pre-sale codes for Bruno Mars in the past, which was really cool, although I wasn't going to go to the show, but it's always nice to have access. So pre-sale codes are ways that you can go to Ticketmaster before the general audience can purchase a ticket. Now, when it's a Taylor Swift show, you know it's going to sell out. If it's BTS, you know it's going to sell out. If it's Paul McCartney, good luck, Chuck. You're probably not going to get that, but you still have access to it that way. And that's how those tickets get onto the open market, by the way, to the third-party sellers markets. That's where people are charging 95 grand, being like, hey, look, I'd like a Mercedes-Benz and I have a Taylor Swift ticket. Maybe I can trade this up. It's absurd, but people, if they're willing to pay, again, open market, we already talked about that. So comedians, different groups, different acts you follow, go for that. Vegas Golden Knights even. Get on the, I think it's called the Knights Inner Circle or something like that. But when it comes to the Raiders, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not getting any kind of discounts because the Raiders did something super special. Now, I'm not hating on the Raiders. Oh my gosh, they had played great just the other day. They beat up some Sea Chickens. I was so proud of them. They look like the real deal. If only they could do that, 12 times a year instead of just twice. But the Raiders did a thing called personal seat licenses, and they're not the only team to have done this. I know for a fact in LA when they built SoFi Stadium, they sold personal seat licenses. And what that means is it's a brand new stadium, and it means that you buy from anywhere, I've heard from $2,000 on the low end for the nosebleeds, all the way up to $20,000 if you want to be at the tunnel where the Raiders run out before the game. You buy a personal seat license, which entitles you to the opportunity to buy the single ticket games for the regular season. It's like season tickets, but it's not really season tickets because you got like an ownership in the team, kind of a Green Bay Packers thing, but they don't have shareholder meetings. They just have a lot of money left over before they even start selling single game tickets. This has led to a deal where the Raiders have the 27th worst attendance in the NFL. I mean, it's like fourth best or third best, how many teams there are. They don't have the biggest attendance, but what they do have is the highest ticket revenue in the entire system. So what that means is that you're not going to really get a discount on those tickets. People are buying those, and people did buy those. And I talked to a friend who's a Raiders fan at Thanksgiving. He said, man, I wish I would have invested in that. People looked at those as a sheer investment opportunity so they can go to StubHub or go to Ticketmaster and put them on the exchanges and charge absurd prices for them. But isn't it interesting, right? Even though they want absurd prices, so you can be behind the tunnel when the Raiders run out to play the 49ers coming up here in a month or so, even though they want those absurd prices, the market always gets them. They always end up paying the right amount for those tickets for whatever the market will command. And that's the way it goes, right? Now, there's all sorts of stories out there. Apparently, somebody bought 45 tickets for Taylor Swift somehow and was selling them for $95,000 to try to probably get in the media. But just wait. You just wait and see, because we could be heading into a place of actual recession in 2023. Although some people say we're not in one now. Some people say we are. We're not going to ruffle feathers and talk about that here on the channel. If things get worse and people can't afford to come, or people start running out of savings, then we may get to a place where the Taylor Swift concert drops in price precipitously. So that's your third option when it comes to all this stuff. You have the option to pay face value, join the fun club and get in with a pre-sale code, or just simply wait. Simply wait until the day of. You know, one of my bosses in timeshare, he went to a lot of Golden Knights games. I said, well, my goodness, do you have season tickets? He goes, no, I just wait until like about 10 o'clock in the morning the day of. There's almost always somebody willing to dump their tickets because they can't go to the game or something like that. The other option is just get to know a millionaire or a billionaire, or work for a company that has those seats and suck up to your boss, I suppose. But I hope that explains the situation about tickets here in Vegas to you. I hope that helps you out to further understand it. I hope you guys like my video quality, because I tried my best to use a manual focus lens and a good camera. I hope you guys are having a great time and you're heading into the holiday season with all of your dreams and wishes fulfilled. If you guys want to support us, check out our channel sponsor. It's switchaway.com/NLLV. If you're sick and tired of supporting giant companies who hurt the average consumer by selling chemical-laden products, and you want to support a company that sells all the boring stuff you find in your house that you have to use on an everyday basis, but makes them right here in America and supports small family-run businesses, go fill out the form at switchaway.com/NLLV. Also, hit us up on our social media. I love Twitter. Twitter's fun now, so not leaving LV on Twitter. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. I love you, Caroline. Be good out there. Now's the time we say peace out. We say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click.